Hey guys, good afternoon. This is Patrick and you are trading with Prime. Let's get straight into it today. We had a quite the amazing bullish day today. Not really what I was expecting. Not really what I was expecting. We knew it was one of the cases as far as yesterday. I was expecting lower prices. In fact, we did get lower prices. Let me go into the hourly chart here. Looking at the S&P 500, we're going to zoom in here. We did see a low being put in the middle of the night. And I think yesterday we said 334, 335 support, and that was taken off of these prices back here and back here. And so we did see a low, a higher low, and then another higher low. That was going to lead us the way to higher prices. And then we saw consolidation in the middle of the day, almost like a bull flag pattern playing out. So tomorrow, something to keep an eye on is, well, and then to be honest, I was hoping for prices closer down here to the 332.50. You know, that's just the way it works sometimes. So I did not take a trade in the S&P 500 today. However, as far as tomorrow is concerned, I want to zoom in here a little bit more because I want you guys to be able to see the prices on the right-hand side of the screen. There you go. Hopefully you guys, oh, well, of course you can't see. It's on you. It's on my, let's go to Thinkorswim. There we go. So hopefully you can see the prices on the right-hand side of the screen. So what we're looking at is, as far as tomorrow is concerned, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see price can always come back down to the low of this candle, which is 337.50, and then price could come down to the low of this one, which is 336.70, and then the low of day 336.78. And then what was this one? 337.82. So price can definitely come back, and I'll just highlight these areas. And then when you know, at home, you guys can actually go in here and add these price levels. It's okay if price comes down to one of these levels here or this one, even this one. But keep in mind, if we trade down, let me just clear up the screen here. If we trade down to this price area and we break this middle one, if we trade down here and we start trading down here and we kind of get stuck down here, I would be very, very, very careful holding that over the weekend, because the longer we stay down in this zone down here, the more likely it is that will fall through the zone. So just keep that in mind as far as your day trades go tomorrow. What I'm looking for though is if price can develop overnight, if we can see higher prices, I would expect if we can break through this resistance right now, which is the high of this candle is 338.79. If we can break through 338.79, I would expect to have a little bit of reaction at 339.08, which is on the screen on the right hand side. And then of course at these highs over here, the high of this next red candle is 339.59. So just keep those price levels. If we can break through and we start trading sideways and we stay up here trading sideways, more likely to break out. So you know, but again, think of the time of day you're trading and think, you know, do we really want to take trades on a Friday and hold it over the weekend? We really have to be mindful of that. And not just that, but as I was saying the last, you know, honestly, couple of weeks here, I'll put it on the daily chart again. Just looking at the daily chart, you know, we have to really ask ourselves, do we really want to be swing traders? When I say do we want to be swing traders at these high prices? This is the high prices that I'm talking about here. You know, yes, it's possible to take trades off this support, but I would love the trades to be closer to this one down here. That's where I'd want to be a swing trader at personally. Let's look at the Qs, because that was a huge part of why the S&P 500 was up. You know, and we said yesterday, hey, let's give it the benefit of the doubt here. We don't really know what's going to happen. Support could hold here. We don't really know. I was kind of, again, I'm hoping for lower prices, you know, but we do have a rising trend line coming off the March lows, or the April lows, really. We do have a rising trend line coming in here. So it is possible. We really have to give the bulls the benefit of the doubt. They have proven the bears wrong over and over and over again. As you can see, there's several candles that are considered reversal candles. And time again, I just highlighted a bunch of them here. Maybe they're reversal candles for a short period of time. They do play out maybe just a short period of time. Today's or yesterday's candle wasn't really a reversal candle. We didn't even take out the lows from the previous day. You know, we're coiling up here, but here we are at all-time highs again. There's really no resistance above all-time highs, and nobody can tell you that there's resistance overhead when there really isn't. We're at all-time highs. So let's see what happens in the next couple days. Let's look at a couple of trades that we took the last couple days. In fact, I want to go to, if you guys aren't in the Discord, feel free to join the Discord. You can see some of the plays. I'm going to tell you right now, don't take these trades. If you try to take them, you'll most likely lose money. I'm just showing you what we did today. And let's scroll down here just so you guys can kind of see it. We took a trade yesterday in Uber. We'll go over that one. We took a trade in some of these lost, like a loss in the Bank of America. I had a trade in C, also in BA. Small losses, stopped out. And then again, we took a trade today in AMD. We took a trade in MU, API, Bank of America again. I'm not going to go over all of these. I'll just go over a couple of them. So just looking here though, let's look at Uber. And the thing is and the Discord link is in the description. If you guys want to join up with the Discord group, it's in the description. So what I was looking at with Uber was, I did a post on Sunday, and in the post we were saying that, this is a good place to lean in to go long. Keeping in mind the more we trade sideways in this price area of 29.38, the more we trade sideways there, again, the more likely we are to break down. So I wanted people to be mindful of that. Let me zoom in here a little bit more. So now here's the thing. My stop loss for Uber was, I believe it was 28.50, or I gotta get an actual price of it. What's the low of this candle? 28.48. So when I'm posting a stop loss, what I'll do is I'll usually use the daily. Since I'm a swing trader, I'll use the daily close, or even several hours, or maybe the hourly close or the 2-hour close. If I don't get a daily close below my stop loss, and I don't take that to the extreme. I mean, if it's a black swan event kind of a day, I'm definitely going to sell my position. I'm not waiting for another 5% drop in the stock to sell, to wait for the daily close. But as you can see today, let me zoom in here. Now, of course, you'd have to endure this pain, because we entered the trade yesterday, and so you would definitely have to endure this pain from yesterday and then even this morning's morning dip before it actually took off. And I'm not, there's no magical crystal ball kind of a scenario. I mean, it's to be honest with you, it's 80% technical analysis, and then with Uber's play, it's 20% luck. That's the thing with these kinds of plays is I wasn't expecting this kind of move in Uber today. I was just strictly playing this flaggish kind of a pattern. That's the whole purpose of it. I'm buying off not only that, but there you have horizontal support in here. So it's really strictly playing off of support and resistance on an actual price action when you go to the intraday time frame. That's what we're playing off of here. Another one I want to look at is we took a trade in API. And the name of the game, you guys, is really to cut these. If you're down in a trade, personally, I don't like holding losing positions. Even with options, I'll cut the trade sooner than later. I'm not going to wait till I'm down 80% in a contract, an options contract, to then cut the position. In fact, if you get down that low, you're more likely to make money as far as risk to reward goes. So looking at this, what I noticed in this last couple days as far as this trade and why we took it is we saw support down here. It rallies away, it pulls back. We found it, it had support again. And as you can see, it starts curling up here. And as we're curling up here, what it did is it made a move higher. It made a bull flaggish kind of pattern. I know this is a daily chart and it might not be the cleanest, but it's the concept of it made a move higher, it traded sideways, and I'm looking for a breakout. I'm looking for a breakout above this resistance level. And that was of this candle right here. The high of this candle was 44.70. So that's kind of what we're looking for as far as the breakout goes. We did get the breakout. This has ran just from yesterday's close till now, or till the high of day was 12.77% roughly. And so that's a pretty good run. And then, as far as whether you want to hold it overnight, that's a trader's choice. Let's go over one more trade and then we'll wrap it up. AMD, again, we did a post on this morning, posted in the Discord, posted on Facebook. And so what I noticed here was this bull flag kind of a pattern. I saw this price action. You saw it run up and then it traded sideways inside of this support and resistance level going on the way up, basically consolidating. Usually after consolidation, you see another move higher based on the previous move. Not all the time though. Sometimes you'll see a move where it pops out the downside. So let's take a look at the intraday chart on the AMD. This will be the 30-minute time frame. So again, here's this bullish flag kind of a pattern. And so you did see price spike below a little bit, and that was a little bit concerning. But if you go back to this day back here, which is, I'll get a date or a, let's see here, this was on Wednesday of last week. If you go back to Wednesday and you see this candle right here, it's a pretty bullish candle on really heavy volume coming in here. So definitely support down in this area, definitely support in this area. There's really a support zone down here, if you will. Just looking at it and then looking at the broad market and seeing what the broad market was doing, I'm like, you know what? That might be a good trade to take to the long side. We took the trade. Wasn't necessarily expecting a breakout, but we did get one. We did get the breakout. So we will see. Sometimes with these plays, you never know. They could, overnight they could sell it off. You really don't know what's going to happen in the next couple of days. I want to go back to the let's go to the hourly chart here. So just looking at the hourly chart, if I did a measured move, and I'm not going to measure it from back here, I'm just going to, I'll be a little bit more conservative, measure it from the inside right here. Let's say 11%. That would be roughly $87. But let's take a look here with the move. Around depends on where you measured, whether it's from the top of the flag or the bottom of it. But it's really around this price level. In fact, that would coincide with this 87.29 price area. That's where the next likely resistance is. We might also have resistance right here around, I'll give you an actual price on this. The high of this red candle is 85.32. So we might see some resistance around there also. So kind of keep that in mind for tomorrow. Right now, it does look like it's putting in, as far as a continuation move, maybe it's going to do a little bull flag pattern, which would also line up with our exit point here on this AMD trade. So we'll see as far as, how this actually plays out tomorrow. Let's see if there's one more. I think that was it as far as the runners today. We had a few runners. We had a couple losers. The name of the game: let your winners run, let the losers cut the losses fast. Let's look at TLT, and then we'll wrap it up. So, keeping in line with what we've been discussing on TLT is, if you are a believer in, market symmetry. We saw a snapping move back here, and I believe this was in March timeframe. So you saw the market really snap right there, where everything was really disconnected. Commodities, bond market, the stock market, everything was really, that's when it really snapped. And then you see this price action in here where it's consolidation. It drops down, and then we had more consolidation right here. So what I'm looking for is this, the question I have right now is this going to play out where we have another snapback? And I don't mean that the snapback necessarily has to be the downside. We could see it snap up. I mean, that's always a possibility, or maybe it is to the downside. We'll see, but we really have to play it one day at a time to really see what it's doing. In both scenarios, either way is possible. And so that pretty much wraps it up for today, guys. Hopefully you gained value out of this video. If you did, hit the like button. Feel free to tune in this Sunday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We go over technical analysis for new traders. If you have questions you want answered. Also, if you have any questions, put them in the comment section below the video, and we will see you soon.